Hello, everyone, and welcome into another episode of Huskies Trivia Mayhem, brought to you by the new SCSU's Huskies app, which is available now on the App Store and the Google Play Store. We've had Husky Trivia running on that app for quite some time. That's coming on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Be sure to hop over there and check that out once again on the App Store and the Google Play Store. I'm your host, Sam Getzinger, and along with me today, we should have a fun episode. We have three coaches from three different programs with me today from the baseball program, Rob Swendra. Big thank you for joining us. Also, we have one of the newest head coaches here at SCSU with the newly acquired men's soccer program, Sean Holmes. Sean, thank you so much today for joining us. And from the volleyball team, head coach Chad Bregelman. Today's theme is something I'm rather excited about. I'm a big fan of this theme, and the categories for our questions are 80s music. So I hope you guys are big fans of 80s music. I know I was not born in the 80s, but I think I have a rather good knowledge of it. I hope you guys do as well.
Well, absolutely.
All righty. So before we hop into our first question, let me run down the rules for you. 10 questions. So for the three of you, obviously, 9 of those questions will be multiple choice. Each person will be able to start 3 questions. We'll go in order. If the first person gets it wrong, we'll defer the question to the second person. If they get it wrong, it'll be deferred to the third person. And if all 3 of you get it wrong, no points are awarded. A lot of the line, I'm assuming there's bragging rights between the 3 of you on the line for today. So this should be a fun one. The 10th question is not multiple choice, short answer. So I hope you have a pen and a paper writing utensil along with you. That one will be worth 2 points. So if you're falling behind, you have a chance to either come back and tie, come back and win. That's what we love about Huskies Trivia Mayhem. I should mention the last 2 episodes have gone to a tiebreaker. We also have a tiebreaker here in this episode if we get to that point as well. But I have a lot of faith in you guys to be able to do pretty well. So with that being said, let's hop into our first question of the day. 80s music theme is what we have here on Huskies Trivia Mayhem. This is episode 3. So we'll start with question number 1. And Rob, you'll start us off here. What was the top-selling album of the 1980s? So we're going right into it. What was the top-selling album? I'll give you the options here. Was it A, Born in the USA, B, Thriller, C, Faith, or D, The Wall? So, Rob, we're looking for the top-selling album of the 1980s. You got Born in the USA, Thriller, Faith, or The Wall. You got 15.
I'm going to go with Thriller.
There we go. Quick point up on the board. Great start there, Rob. He's got the first one on. We'll now go to question number 2. Coach Holmes, you'll start us off with this one. Here's the question. What was the first album released by legendary rock band AC/DC after the death of original lead singer Bon Scott?
Oh, wow.
So both Rob and Sean, not too confident yet. So let me ask the question one more time. What was the first album released by legendary rock band AC/DC after the death of original lead singer Bon Scott? Here are your options. A, Power Rage, B, High Voltage, C, Black Ice, or D, Back in Black. This is a tough one. I'll give you 15 seconds. Coach Holmes.
Oh, I've seen AC/DC in concert once too. I'm going to go with High Voltage.
Easy for you. High Voltage, that's your answer?
Yeah, but I'm not confident.
You've seen AC/DC in concert, and you got the AC/DC question wrong. So now we'll go over to head coach Chad Bregelman of the volleyball team. We're looking for what was the first album released by legendary rock band AC/DC after the death of original lead singer Bon Scott? Coach Holmes said High Voltage. So your options now are Power Rage, Black Ice, or Back in Black to try to tie up Coach Swendra here.
Let's go for Power Rage, Sam.
That one's false as well. So, Rob, you have the opportunity to go to
Hey, it's going to be Back in Black. Back in Black.
There it is.
Got to be it.
Coach Swendra, he's got to get up on the board after the first 2 questions. Coach Holmes, Coach Bregelman, you guys need to climb back here.
I actually knew that question, too, after I thought about it. So
there we go. There we go. I saw the emotion in both your guys' faces. I wasn't quite sure if anybody was going to get that one right. All right, on to question 3. Coach Bregelman, you'll start us off here. It's a Queen question. I hope you like Queen. I know I do. Queen had a historic run of rattling off chart-topping songs in the 70s and 80s, but only one rocked the top of the U.S. charts, and that was exclusively in the 1980s. And what was this song? It's a rather tricky question because they've had a lot of great songs. So the question, once again, for you, Coach Bregelman, Queen had a history of rattling off chart-topping songs in the 70s and 80s, but only one rocked the top of the charts in the U.S. charts in the 1980s. What was this song? Your options are A, Crazy Little Thing Called Love, B, We Will Rock You, C, Another One Bites the Dust, or D, Under Pressure. 15 seconds.
Well, I tell you what, I was 2 years old in 1980. We're going to do Crazy Little Thing Called Love.
That one's incorrect. So, Coach Swendra, you could go up 3-0 here pretty quick.
I think I got a good feeling about this one. I think it's Another One Bites the Dust.
Wow, that's 3 quick points on 3 questions for Coach Swendra.
There we go.
This is the best start I've seen.
Too easy, Rob. It's too easy, isn't it?
You know, it's all those songs they play at the ball field all the time. So you just kind of happen to.
They're taking it all in
my head. So
I've never even met this guy. I don't know. I am deeply conflicted, Rob. Deeply.
Exactly. No, we'll have to cross paths in the hallway here shortly. So
I hope so.
Yeah.
You compare 80s music trivia with each other. Coach Swendra, this is a really impressive start we have so far. Once again, I want to remind you that Huskies Trivia Mayhem is brought to you by the new SCSU Huskies app, which is available on the Google Play Store and the App Store. We have Huskies Trivia available every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as well. So now, Coach Swendra, you have the opportunity to go 4 up here after 4 questions. The ball has just been turning in your corner every step of the way. Here's question number 4. With this catchy tune, the song Rock Lobster was a party hit back in the 80s, but who sang this song? Option A, Elton John, B, the B-52s, C, David Bowie, or D, U2. Who sang Rock Lobster?
You know what? I have no clue on this one. I'm going to put a guess out there at the B-52s.
That's 4 quick points for Coach Swendra. This is going to be tough to come back for the
Wow. I actually did not know that one. I guess I might as well buy a lottery ticket here pretty soon if I'm this one.
Good.
I saw them debut that song on Saturday Night Live.
Really?
Yeah, and they played, the other song they played was Planet Claire. Son of a gun. How am I not getting these questions?
Hey, well, you get the next one here, Coach Holmes. Question number 4.
Great.
Legendary singer Sting was the face of the band The Police. I don't know if you're a big Police fan or not, but what was Sting's real name? We're looking for Sting's real name. Options are Gordon Sumner, Don Cheadner, Randy Johnson, or Sol Hudson.
Well, I know he's from Newcastle, England, and I think his name is Gordon Sumner.
There we go. Somebody else rather than Coach Swendra is up on the board. So Coach
yeah. I had Zenyatta Mandata on wax.
Here we go.
Wax.
There we go. Now, Coach Bregelman, you have an opportunity to grab a point here. Here's question number 6. Who sang this national rock favorite, Born in the USA? This should be a softball for you.
Come on.
It A, Bruce Springsteen, B, Elton John, C, Def Leppard, or D, Guns N' Roses?
I'd go with Elton John, Chad.
Let's go with the boss, Bruce Springsteen.
All right, there we go. Now everybody has a point up on the board. I'm glad we could get you that question to get you up on there, Coach Bregelman. Once again, want to remind everybody watching Huskies Trivia Mayhem, this is brought to you by the new SCSU Huskies app, which is available on the App Store and the Google Play Store. We do have Huskies Trivia on that app coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday as well. So be sure to go download that. Question number 7, Mr. Swendra, you have an opportunity to hop up to 5 points. Here's your question. Featured in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody, another Queen question here, what mega concert brought many of the world's top bands together for a good cause? Here are your options. Was it A, The Game, B, Live Aid, C, On Location, or D, 11 o'clock TikTok?
That would be Live Aid.
There we go. That's 5 points, Mr. Swendra. So far, you're 100% on the questions we've asked you so far. Pretty impressive stuff. That's a great movie. Have you guys seen Bohemian Rhapsody?
Absolutely.
I have.
I was talking to my roommates before this, and they haven't seen it yet, which I was very disappointed.
They should. I remember every minute of Live Aid. That's how old I am.
I was young, but I do recall it.
It. It was in Philadelphia, part in Philadelphia, part in Wembley Stadium in London. And they chose a local band, a local Philly band to open in Philadelphia. It was the Hooters. One song, Never Again. That's it. Hooters.
Huh. There we go. This is a trivia contest and a history lesson. All
Well, I may as well tell you something I know. I'm not getting the question.
Well, you have an opportunity to grab another point here as we're kind of winding down. This is question number 8. One of the themes to the cult classic Back to the Future. This song hit #1 on the U.S. charts. And what was this song? So one of the themes to the movie Back to the Future, excuse me, hit the top charts at #1 in the U.S. What was this song? Was it A, Back in Time, B, Power of Love, C, Double Back, or D, Shoot to Thrill? 15 seconds.
Holy cow. Give me the 4 again.
All right. A, Back in Time.
Yeah.
B, Power of Love. C, Double Back. Or D, Shoot to Thrill.
No
Come on,
pressure,
Holmes.
but
I
I got it.
actually know
No
this one.
pressure.
I just watched part of this movie the other night. I'll go with the first answer.
You'll go with the first one, so you're going with Back in Time.
Yeah. Again, with no confidence.
That's incorrect. So we'll go over to Coach Bregelman, and you said you knew this one, didn't you?
Yeah, that's the Power of Love, Sam.
There it is.
There it is.
Yep.
Coach Bregelman moves up to second place, right behind.
That's a classic movie, by the way, and I remember every minute of that movie, Sean, all right?
I know. Michael J. Fox, Canadian. I should know this. Goodness gracious.
All right, question number 9, Coach Bregelman. You could move pretty close here to Swendra and potentially tie him here with the 10th question. Coach Swendra, you got 5. Coach Holmes, you have 1. And Chad, you have 2. So this is a chance to move up to 3 here if you get this one right. Question number 9. It seemed Michael Jackson was the king of the charts in the 80s, producing hit after hit. But how many of his songs hit #1 in the U.S. during the 1980s? So was it A, 8, B, 11, C, 4, or D, 6? How many Michael Jackson songs were at the top of the charts in the 1980s?
Boy, I'm going to go with 6, Sam.
You're going with 6. So you're going with option D. That's unfortunately incorrect. Pretty close, though, if I must say. Now, Coach Swendra, you have an opportunity to steal a point and pretty much put this one in the bag.
Yeah, I'm just trying to count them here.
Yep.
But I gotta believe it's only 4. I gotta believe it's only 4.
I think it's 4. Now, that's incorrect as well. So you can move up to 2 points here.
Oh, Sean, you got this.
What were the questions? What was the answer again?
So the question was, how many
8 or 11?
How many
4.
#1 songs did Michael Jackson have in the 80s?
I'm going with 8.
You're going with 8. That's correct.
There you go.
You'll tie Coach Bregelman there. So, Coach Swendra, you have 5. Coach Holmes, you have 2. And Chad, you have 2 as well. So we'll go on.
This is for 3 points, Sam. This championship question's for 3 points.
I'll make it for 3. I'll make this
Okay.
10 for 3. So I hope you have your pen and your paper ready. This is a short answer question. And, of course, if everybody gets the question right, you each get 3 points. But if Coach Swendra somehow gets it wrong, this one I'd say is a pretty easy question, in my opinion at least.
Well, so I understand this way, we just changed the rules just because?
Yeah.
Just to make it a little
Yes.
more.
All right, sounds good. I just want to clarify
You
that.
don't like the way the game is being played, you just change the rules, Rob.
There you go. All
Hey,
right.
the NCAA is doing it all the time, right? So
Exactly.
fair enough.
Why can't we do it here? Why can't we do it here? We are sanctioned by the NCAA, I think. All right, you guys ready? You got your writing utensils and something to write on? All right, good deal, good deal. Question number 10. We're 3 points now. Coach Holmes, you have 2. Coach Bregelman, you have 2. And Coach Swendra, you're just trying to lock up the win here. Bon Jovi enjoyed a slew of success in the 80s, including albums and singles, certifications in silver and gold, but only 2 songs were certified U.S. platinum hits. Name just one of these 2 songs. So what Bon Jovi song, one of 2, you don't need to name both, but if you do, more power to you, was a U.S. platinum hit? I'll give you guys 15 seconds. Write your questions down. Don't show it yet. This one's worth 3 points because why not? All right, I see the pen moving for everybody. Coach Swendra, looks like you got yours locked in here.
I got it locked in. I just don't know if it's correct.
All right, we all ready? You guys have it written down? Let's give it a show here in 3, 2, 1. Bon Jovi U.S. platinum hit. Living on a Prayer for Coach Swendra. Coach Holmes, what do you have?
The Power of Love from the Back to the Future movie.
Well, and Coach Bregelman, that one's incorrect as well. Bad medicine. Coach Swendra, what did you have? Living on a Prayer, is that correct?
I did, yes.
So that's going to give you 3 points. And the other one was Wanted, Dead or Alive.
Oh,
Oh my God.
See, I had a feeling if one of you guys were going to get that wrong. That
Is it living on a prayer or living on a prayer?
living.
Living.
Okay. I was trying to catch you on a technicality.
This is a good old-fashioned butt kicking, Sam.
Yeah, this is the best performance I've seen in the first 3 episodes. This is the first time we haven't gone to a tie. Coach Rob Swendra of the baseball team, you finished with 8 points. Very, very impressive. Coach Holmes, 2. Coach Bregelman, 2. You guys need to study up on your 80s music trivia a little bit more.
This is as close as you get to a no-hitter as possible. Goodness gracious.
So that's going to be on your playlist now, guys, moving forward, right? 80s music on the playlist all day long.
Well, no, he'll test on something else, and we got to maybe do 90s or 70s or something. Then we'll be ready.
We got to make it a little bit more easier for everybody.
Or even the 60s. I'm just saying.
I'm a fan of the 60s, too. Well, there we go. So that'll wrap up this episode of Huskies Trivia Mayhem. Big congratulations to Coach Swendra, the baseball team. 8 points. That's kind of a throttling he put on there to Coach Bregelman, to Coach Holmes. We'll have you guys on next, or at some point again, because I want to see you 3 back at it later on in the future.
So is this kind of like Jeopardy, where the winner keeps coming back every week or every day?
I don't know. We might need to make that. We might need to have a greatest of all time Huskies Trivia Mayhem show, because Coach Swendra, you'd be on that, no doubt about it. All right, so thank you all for joining me. We'll be back here next time for episode 4 of Huskies Trivia Mayhem. This is a fun one. Don't forget to download the new SCSU Huskies app, available on the Google Play Store and the App Store. Thanks for joining us here on Huskies Trivia Mayhem.
Have a good one, guys.
Go Huskies.